Good evening, St. Philip the Apostle family. I hope everybody is really as excited as I am to get this new year started. And I just wanted to come to you for just a few minutes this evening to say once again how happy I am to welcome you all to the 2021-2022 school year. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. And those of you who are beginning with us, welcome to your new home. For those of you who haven't met me yet, although most of you have, I think, my name is Deanna Johnson, and I am your proud principal. So let's get started. I just really want to talk to you a little bit about the logistics and what's going to happen when you all come to school tomorrow. First of all, remember, the school day starts promptly at 8 a.m. So that means everyone needs to be in the building and seated by 8 a.m. Now, I understand that because of all of the different procedures, this may take a little while for us to get this down. But if you arrive early enough, we can all make this happen with pretty few bumps along the way. So, 7:45 begins the arrival process. But before you leave home, you need to fill out the health screening questionnaire that will be sent to your email. So everybody look for that. It should be sent by 6:30 a.m. each morning. If you don't get it, please make sure you let us know so that we can make sure that we have your proper email address. So you fill that out, you answer all the questions, hopefully negatively, and then you send that back to us. And then when you pull up, everybody in the car is going to have their temperature checked by one of our teachers before you can get out of the car. Now, we have to be careful. So if anybody in the car does register a fever or temperature above 100.4, we are going to ask that everybody in the car depart. So that means nobody gets out. Just drive on off, and we will make sure that we communicate with you, of course, to make sure that there are no health risks to you or anybody else in the community. So once all of the temperature checks have registered below 100.4, the students will be helped out of the car and into the building. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. Families with children in 6th through 8th grade are going to pull up in front of the rectory. That's the building behind the church. And you're going to stop there, and there'll be a teacher waiting for you there where to take your temperature. If you have a middle schooler, 6th through 8th grade, and a younger student who is in grades pre-K 3 through 5, you will also go to the rectory and enter in the rear of the school through the social hall. That's the same place we were on Saturday when we had our picnic. Everyone else, grades pre-K 3 through 5, will enter through the main entrance at the front. You'll pull up to the front, and we probably will get about 6 cars deep, and then you will have your temperatures taken, of course, and then enter the school. Parents, time to kiss and go. So you cannot enter the building with your child. So we want to make sure that everybody is ready. So all backpacks are ready to be taken out of the car. Everybody is ready to go. And when we leave, we're going to say bye. Have a great day. Mommy and Daddy love you. And we'll see you this afternoon. Okay, then you just pull off, and then they're ours for the day. That's pretty much what's going to happen for the drop off. Now, pickup is a little different. Pickup for pre-K and kindergarten happens before everybody else. Just pull up to the front of the school. If you have a single child, one child in pre-K or kindergarten, pull up to the front of the school, and your children will be coming out. We'll help them get in the car. You just drive off, and then we load the next group of cars. Parents with siblings will drive into the parking lot at the first entrance as soon as you turn onto Henderson Way. And then you're going to come down to just about the front of that first row of parking spaces. and stop there. We are going to fill up a row of 5 cars, one behind the other. And when that row is full, the next person is going to pull in to the right of that row and start another one. So we'll get about 5 cars deep, row after row after row, until everybody gets in. That's where you're going to wait for your scholar. At dismissal, the classes are going to be called one by one so that we can minimize the amount of students crowding in the hallways. And we're going to bring them out to you. Once we are sure that there are no cars moving in the parking lot, a bell will sound and your children will be able to come to you. You should probably get out of the car so that your children can see you, and then we're going to send them right to you. You pack them in the car, and then once all of the children whose parents are present have loaded into the car, we will ring a bell, and that would be your signal to start moving. No one is to move until that bell is rung. We are going to make sure that our children remain safe at all times. So please mind the monitors in the parking lot to make sure that you are following the proper protocols and we're keeping our babies safe. Okay? If your child is not outside by the time the bell rings for the cars to start moving, we are going to ask you to please move with the traffic and just drive out of the parking lot and circle around and drive back in. That way, we're not stopping the traffic. I know I might have said something different for those of you who are in the kindergarten and pre-K back to school night. I'm amending that. You're just going to follow the traffic around, exit the parking lot, and then enter back again to the same entrance you came in at first. That way we don't disrupt the flow of traffic. And you can still come back and pull it right up into the front row to retrieve your child. We will have teachers who are going to be there directing you and making sure that we're sending you to the right place and making sure first and foremost that we're keeping the children safe when cars are moving in the parking lot. So your children will not be allowed, if you're not there when the first group of cars start moving, your child will not be allowed to come to you until the parking lot empties out completely and cars stop moving. So please do not attempt to get out of the car to retrieve your child. Please just wait until the parking lot empties and the children are told once again that they can move through the parking lot. Okay, we don't want any movement as long as cars are moving. Now, and that would be the general procedure for pickup time on a daily basis. Again, it sounds confusing. I'm probably using a whole lot more words than I need to use, but there will be teachers out there to help you and to guide you through the process. Just make sure when you pull in, you start a row. If you're at the start of the row, you join you just pull in, you join the row, 5 cars deep, start a new row, etc., etc., etc. Okay. Now, a lot of people want to know about lunch. We are having lunch catered, and there will be a menu coming home with your student tomorrow, and you can choose what lunches you want. Hot lunch starts next week, not this week. So this week you're going to have to send lunch and snack with your children. However, since Tuesday, that's just tomorrow, and Friday are half days, those days you only have to send a snack. Wednesday and Thursday you will send a snack and lunch. And then starting next week, we will have the lunch catered. And that's when you would choose which days you want to have lunch, choose whatever you want on the menu, and send in your payment for whatever days you choose. You can choose for a week, you can choose for the entire month. That's completely up to you. So we have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We have the catered lunch for an outside vendor. Thursday is pizza day. And then Friday, we're going to feed you ourselves. So, and all that information will be coming out this week. Let's see. Water bottles. Make sure you send your child with a refillable water bottle. It's super important because they will not be able to use the mouthpieces on the water fountains. So we have to be able to make sure that they stay hydrated. So please make sure you send them with a refillable water bottle. I'm trying to just jump all over the place. But I also wanted to let you know, cell phones, for those of you who are new to the school, cell phones are not permitted at all in the school. So if you feel that your child must have a cell phone, please let us know. The cell phone has to be turned in to the main office at the beginning of the day, and it can be retrieved at the end of the day as your child is exiting the building. But cell phones are not allowed. Children are not allowed to have them on their person at all. The same goes for medication. Children are not permitted to have medication. They're not even really supposed to have their own hand sanitizer. We have all of that stuff here for you. So don't worry about any of that. If your child has medication, make sure we have the proper authorizations on file, and we will administer the medication as it is directed by your child's physician. Let's see, what else? There are probably so many other things that I could tell you. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. I would be happy to try and answer them for you. But for tomorrow, know that we are here, we're starting, we're really happy to have you back, and more news will be coming out daily, I promise. Once again, if you have any questions, send me an email. And in the meantime, you have a fantastic night. Welcome back to school, St. Philip the Apostle family. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.